Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the Prime Minister for his ministerial statement, which expands on the video message that he shared with Singaporeans on the 4th of April. I refer to that video message and, of course, the Prime Minister's statement today. There was reference to vigilance and building up capabilities in the video message that the Prime Minister shared with Singaporeans. Even though I accept it's early days and there's a lot of moving parts at the moment, and there's observation of how world economies are assessing their own positions and pivoting to a new reality, there have been references to de-risking, decoupling that have been in the global economic lexicon for some years now. And I would be grateful if the Prime Minister could share, when he refers to building up capabilities, is the Prime Minister looking at local consumption, improving local consumption, notwithstanding our small market, measures to boost productivity. Earlier on during parliamentary questions, the Senior Minister of State for Manpower suggested that companies should reduce their reliance on cheap foreign labor. Do we foresee major structural changes in the way the Singapore economy is shaped to deal with the new future that we see, which in the Prime Minister's words is far more unpredictable than before? Secondly, Prime Minister spoke of a task force. I think similar announcements have been made by the Malaysian government. I'd like to confirm whether there is going to be a period of time before the Prime Minister makes more announcements with regard to exchanges that he's had with stakeholders in both the private and public sectors, for Singaporeans to better understand the way forward and which industries will be more affected.
So we are certainly going to be taking steps to build capabilities. It's an ongoing endeavor, and in this year's budget, we set aside more resources to doing so, especially to strengthen our economy, to build up our capabilities in innovation and new technologies, which are the key drivers for any economy to be strong, dynamic, and vibrant. At the same time, we're building capabilities in our people, investing in human capital, investing in our workers, upgrading the skills of our workers through Skills Future. And we are putting significant resources into this effort to make Skills Future a key part and a key pillar in our social compact. So the capability building efforts will continue. In fact, we will redouble our efforts in this area. And the key reason why we are able to do all this is precisely because we have the fiscal resources to set aside. It's because we have, over many decades, exercised discipline and prudence in managing our resources. And that's why, in these difficult times, we are able to put in place the resources to build up the necessary capabilities to see us through the storms ahead. On the task force, I may also ask DPM Gan to say a little bit more later, but certainly we are going to engage industries. We will continue the review and the monitoring of the global situation, and if there is a need, we will provide further updates to Singaporeans as and when we are ready, and as and when there is a need to. Perhaps DPM Gan can elaborate.
Thank you. With the permission, Mr. Speaker, I just want to respond that this task force has just been announced. We are still working out the detailed composition as well as the task forward. But one of the key focus of the task force is going to be in terms of communication and information sharing. We will be engaging the private sector, so that's why our Prime Minister announced the composition will include private sector representatives. So the idea is to gather information from the ground, understand the challenges that are faced by the enterprises on the ground, and to also discuss with them how we can lean forward to support them, to help them navigate through these uncharted waters as we move ahead under this new landscape. We also will include union representatives, because we do expect jobs may be affected, may not be immediately, but I think in the medium to longer term, I think there will be a major restructuring of the economy that will result in the restructuring of the workforce as well. And I think, as Prime Minister emphasized, the focus on training is always the key to our transformation journey. And therefore, unions and employers and enterprises will play a key role. As I said many times before, our main guiding principle is really to be as transparent as possible. When we know something important, we'll share with the population, with the businesses, with the workers, with the unions, and with members. And when we don't know yet, we'll tell you honestly, we do not have the information yet. So I think this is still early days, as the leader has also acknowledged. I think it will take time for us to get to a better understanding, better assessment of the total impact of what's going to happen. You also have to bear in mind that what would happen also has to take into account the reaction from the countries other than America. So their reaction will also add on to the potential impact on the tariffs and on the Singapore's economy. And at the same time, we are also reaching out to our trading partners to share our information, our assessment of the situation, or to see how we can find different ways of working together to continue to do business with one another, to continue to provide opportunities for businesses and for our enterprises.